Hello everybody, my name is Noah and welcome back for the second book in the Dragons of Starlight series by Bryan Davis, Warrior. And just to let you know, this cover looks very different from the first cover. It's because they're part of two different publications, same book series, just different covers. You know, that happens sometimes. And I didn't get all of the same cover from the library, so it is different than the first one, but they are the same series, not different, just in case you're wondering. So this book, it continues the action from the previous book. You know, it's a story, one long story, and now we have a different group, same people, but they're grouped differently in the story. We have Corin and Jason teaming up together to head to the Northlands on Starlight to find out more about, you know, the origins of the humans and dragons, about how they can get help to free the slaves, and that is their main goal, is to free the slaves. And on the opposite end, we have Wallace and Alyssa down in the south searching for Jason because they don't know what happened to him. And Randall and Tybalt are taking the freed slaves, not all the freed slaves, just a group of them, to the human world so they can get homes to live in and not be subject to the dragon's tyrannical rule. So, a lot to this story, and a lot in the first book too, a lot to this story. We do start to get a little bit of a hint of what the true origins of the dragons and the humans were, but that won't fully be revealed until the third book. So still a lot of unanswered questions by the end of this, but we do start to get to learn a little bit more about what is going on. Starlighters apparently have a lot more to their power than originally thought, but it hasn't been quite manifested just yet. It does involve a fallen star. It's not an actual star, but it's called a star, named Exodus, and oh yeah, that black dragon egg, it hatched, and now that dragon is trying to get Corin to join his side. And one thing I really like about this book is that this black dragon, he is trying to, you know, get Corin to love him and be obedient to him, right? But he does it with chains. You know, he shackles her up and he's like, I'm gonna force you to love me, you're gonna love me eventually. But in the story, she's like, love has no chains. You know, love is through companionship and self-sacrifice, and we see that between Jason and Corin, and how that, you know, that companionship is not bound by chains and force. So I do like that about this book, and I hope that Jason and Alyssa will have some sort of like future for each other, but with all the life-threatening events going on, they haven't really considered it very much. So they're just focused on one thing at a time. We gotta keep ourselves alive so we can free the slaves. That's it. That's it. There you go. Yeah. So a lot of stuff. If you want a fast-paced book, definitely fast-paced. Both that one and this one. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the third book in the series. See you later. Bye.